Welcome, Heart Train family, to the official 25-year celebration of my first heart transplant. Welcome, everybody. I want to especially welcome our OG subscribers, our OG members, and of course, all of our new viewers who are joining us for the very first time tonight. And what a time to join! Today, 25 years ago, was when I received the call for my first heart transplant. And tonight we are sparing no details. I'm going to share with you some of the most powerful moments from that day, 5 to be exact. Mama Heart will be joining us in a little bit as a special guest to give you a little bit of a behind the scenes of what we went through together and as a family. And also, I will open up the floor to you guys to ask me questions. And we're just here to really celebrate life, organ donation, and the fact that I have been victorious 25 years later. So let's get it started. Tonight's live is sponsored by one more member, as well as 5heartsmerch.com. That's the number 5heartsmerch.com. Please help us to rally for the fifth by visiting the support links in the bio. Take advantage of my book, One Man, Three Hearts, Nine Lives, our short documentary, It Started with the Heart, and visit the GoFundMe, It Started with the Heart, on GoFundMe to support my mission to move biofibrillar myopathy forward. Let's kick things off tonight by liking the live. You can do so by double tapping your screens or hitting the top right corner 3-dot drop down menu, and show some love by liking and thumbs upping the live. Who do we have with us tonight as part of our celebration? We have Ms. Ellen Boazart, our OG Real Housewife of One Man, Three Hearts, and our OG member of over 1 year. Shout out to all of our members here on the channel. We appreciate you. We love you. And we cannot move MFM without you. Diamond Watson is here with us also to celebrate my anniversary. Hello, Chris. How are you feeling today? Oh, Diamond, I am feeling a world better today. Definitely not fully recovered by any means, but the weekend was rather agonizing, and so the comparison today is definitely much, much better. But we will be discussing that in a little bit as well. Producer Jennifer, welcoming the chat to March 5th celebration of One Man, Three Hearts' 25th anniversary of his first heart transplant. Bring the rally train and support Heartstrong. Chat, join me in giving and showing some love to our producer, Jennifer Cascardo, producer of One Man, Three Hearts platforms, the co-content creator, creator of the Heart Train, marketing strategist, genius behind the scenes, and of course our moderator that holds it down here in our chats. Guys, show some love for the co-conductor, producer Jennifer Cascardo, everybody. Jack! Good to see you back, buddy. How are you? I'm so happy to have you back. Soul! Oh my goodness. I already know it's gonna be a good night when Soul is in the chat. How are you? Soul, I'm so thankful that you made your return on the night of my 25th anniversary celebration. Thank you for being here. Soul says it's been a while. I hope you're having a great Ash Wednesday. Can I ask respectfully what has happened? So, yes. I am currently in the hospital with pneumonia. Yes, producer Jennifer, absolutely. God winks to everybody. Happy Ash Wednesday to everybody who celebrates. Wishing you a very blessed and happy Lenten season. And a happy 5th. And guys, a happy 25th anniversary of my first heart transplant. So this morning we gave a little bit of a teaser. This morning, our live this morning was a bit of a pregame to tonight's live. We discussed the power of five, how that came into play, why producer Jennifer and I have chosen to commemorate the 5th of every month, why it's so special to me. And now, tonight, I kind of want to take you further. I really would like to bring you guys into the moment, as producer Jennifer always suggests, and take you guys back to March 5th of 2000. Mom, could you do me one favor and just push the pillow forward a little bit, the top, so so I'm propped forward a little bit more? Okay. I think you could do it from this side, no? Or is it too far for you? Yes, a little bit more. Possible. Could you put something back, like that pillow, on my knee?
Me?
The pillow that's currently on my knee? Could you put it behind my head to like prop me forward a bit? Yes. There we go. Oh, now we're in business. Now we're here to party. Now the celebration can really begin. I just wanted to make sure that I could get a good view of your comments so that I don't botch them up tonight. Jack said, I just got my kiddo to bed. I'm just chilling. Nice. Oh, that's nice, Jack. Well, I'm happy that you're chilling with us. Soul says, hi, Jennifer. Pretty good. How about yourself? Callie Cush is with us in the chat tonight. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for joining me to celebrate my heart transplant anniversary. Lily Girl, another subscriber that we have not seen in a minute. How are you? Soul says, oh, sorry, very sorry to hear that. I hope you have a healthy and great recovery. Thank you, Soul. I appreciate that. Lily Girl, unfortunately, I'm in the hospital and I'm fighting pneumonia. It's been a chronic thing that I've been battling since the beginning of December. And so finally, once and for all, my medical team and we came together and thought the best approach was to come into the hospital and resolve it once and for all. Okay, before we get into March 5th and the official details of my heart transplant 25 years ago, I do want to tell you that any of you who are interested in finding out more about the medical thing, anybody who's more interested in the details and kind of behind the scenes of what's been going on, the major update yesterday, become a member and you will have access to our members only exclusive content. In particular, yesterday's members only exclusive live, where I shared the details of the major update and why I was able to make such a magnificent turn in recovery in just 24 hours. Also, there is another major update coming tomorrow. And so I will be hosting another members only exclusive. I'm not exactly sure of the timing because what it is I'm scheduled for a procedure. But because it was kind of a last minute decision, my infectious disease doctor discussed it with us this evening. They have to try to fit me in, so it's not like I have a slot. There are plenty of people who are already scheduled, so they have to make room for me. So I'll kind of be on standby for most of the day. And I will tell you this, that this procedure is also going to further benefit me in being able to heal and move forward. It's not a terribly invasive or involved procedure. They actually can do it here at the bedside. I'm going to double check for our members to see if I'll be able to capture some footage of that. I would love to be able to do that for you. We also have a few special members only exclusive shorts of my speech and swallow test from last week that will be going up tomorrow as well. So we have lots of exciting things happening tomorrow. And if you're a member, Whew, my goodness. You got some exciting things coming your way. Let me tell you. Never be seen before seen footage of my speech and swallow test, as well as possible footage of my procedure tomorrow. And then I'm going to do a members only live. Who knows if I'll be a little woozy after, but regardless, I'm going to fill our members in. Producer Jennifer, thank you so much. Producer Jennifer is alerting the chat that members offers start at 99 cents, jumps up to $2.99 option, and if you have access to both, pick your tier for preferred behind the scenes status. Thank you, Producer Jennifer. Frank Johnson says, hope everything works out well with your illness. We'll keep you in prayer and congratulations on the 25 years. I'm a quadruple open heart surgery. 7 years. Frank! Guys, W's in the chat for Frank. What a warrior. Frank, I'm so honored to have you here with us this evening. That you would choose to celebrate my anniversary with me is so humbling and special. Frank, I hope that you sub up and join our Heart Train family. We would love to have you aboard, buddy. You are an absolute inspiration. You are a hero, and I'm so, so happy to have you. Drea! Oh, Mama Heart is here. She will be joining us in just a bit. Drea, she's your favorite, huh? You really love her. So, Drea, Maisel, and Boazard, I love seeing the digital swagger in the chat, and I love seeing all of our loyal passengers as well. Thank you, guys. So, let's go back to 2000, March 5th. So as I told you this morning, I wanted to share with you a little bit of the behind the scenes of what it was like for me in that moment. And I could tell you that not only was I terrified, as most people would be when told that they need to have a heart transplant, but also I started to be a little bit more optimistic when I started to consider the possibilities for my life. Because remember, if I'm going in for a transplant evaluation, that must mean that I was pretty sick to begin with. So I'm sure you can, figure that I was not feeling my best. I was having all kinds of different crazy symptoms. Much like today, I was extremely fluid overloaded because my heart was not functioning adequately and therefore not producing enough blood to my kidneys. In members only yesterday, we discussed the fact that I had to be on diuretics and, things like that. That's why I say going into the members only live and checking that out, that's where you get the real deeds. And so I came back to New York. Now, remember, originally my medical journey started in New York, but because it was so complicated and the doctors essentially didn't know what to do with me, they had put together my case and referred me to the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, where I was followed up until the age of 16. Then things kind of switched, because during that time, over that decade, there was a lot of medical advancements here in New York. And so it was advised that because I needed the transplant, and New York Presbyterian is one of the top hospitals in the nation performing transplants, that I be transferred back to New York for my care. So here, this very hospital 25 years ago is where I received my initial heart transplant. Now, the only difference being that at that time, being that I was 16, I was over on the pediatric side, which is across the street. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome, Kid Perfect 4, Charlotte, King. Thank you, guys. Happy Ash Wednesday, and thank you for joining us to celebrate my 25-year anniversary of my first heart transplant. I remember the workup was very involved. It was about a day or two in the hospital just for the evaluation itself. And the final portion is a heart catheterization where they measure the pressures of your heart and really are able to go in and see the heart function. I actually had a heart catheterization earlier this year to check out the function of my transplanted heart, and it was so beautiful and perfect. 25 years ago, that was not the case. My heart was like a pile of putty, it was like mush. And as I was in recovery, I still remember the moment when my transplant doctor came over to me, sat down, she put her hand on my thigh, and she said, Christoph. And I looked at her and I said, I know. And she said, you're going to need a new heart. She said, we're going to set you up. We're going to have someone, one of our social workers, meet with you. She will go through with you the process and explain to you everything that's involved, what you'll need, what you need to prepare, what will be involved for the surgery, everything during recovery. And I was, that was a moment of disassociation for me. You see, we have our disassociation series in our playlist. That was a moment that I disassociated. When she started to say, "Oh, I have a social worker for you," it just turned into womp 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 womp. I did not hear anything else after that, because now, having done my research via the internet, the interwebs, at that time on my ancient PC, I had found out that, you know, this was like a very intense surgery. My chest had to be broken and cracked open. I had to have several staples placed in it afterwards. I had to be very careful afterwards that my chest didn't cave in because my chest was being held together by staples. There was a lot involved with aftercare, maintaining the health of your heart, which I didn't really do a good job of. Slap on the wrist, Chris. Zorask! Oh my god, this is an anniversary party. Because all of my favorites, all of my OGs are showing up. And Roberts is here. Oh, this is great. This is amazing. Yes! I was able to get ashes this morning. If you check out this morning's live in the One Man Three Hearts Alive Lives playlist, the replay, you can check out the moment where the chaplain from the hospital gave me my ashes. It actually happened during live. Oh, Drea, good question. Thank you. Keep that in your pocket because I'm gonna share that in a little bit. Okay, Drea? Just keep that tucked away. Adrian, how are you, honey? Adrian and Kenny, what's up? Welcome and thank you guys for joining me for the 25-year anniversary of my first heart transplant. Okay, so I'm now in recovery. I'm getting ready. They told me that I would stay in recovery as they prepared a room for me because they said they did not suggest I go home. There are some patients, believe it or not, who wait on the list at home. For example, now I'm waiting for a kidney at home. But in certain cases, when you are severely ill or just too sick, then they have you, right after the evaluation, you go directly into admitting. And so, thankfully, my mom had the foresight that this was probably going to be the case. So she had already packed up some things for us, and they had advised us that the wait could be as long as 6 months to a year. That's the average waiting time for a heart transplant, 6 months to a year. And it could potentially be longer. It really varies from patient to patient. Now, in my case, we had prepared for this long 6 months wait, so we were practically ready to move into the hospital. So after a few short hours, went up to the room that I was assigned, which was actually a very nice room. So I'll have you know that at that time, they had redone the entire pediatric transplant unit. And it was state of the art. It was spectacular. The room was large. There was a big pull-out couch that my parents were able to sleep on should they choose to stay. There was a big flat screen TV, and at that time, flat screen TVs were the new it thing. And, me being 16, I'm like, okay, I could do this. This ain't all that bad. And I also remember the TV, There was all kinds of options to watch different movies. They had a full like blockbuster library. It also had a gaming station that with a wireless remote. Again, at that time wireless was not really a thing. Everything was so advanced, and that is when I officially connected with my child life specialist, Allie. Shout out to Allie. She is the person that I still, to this very day, do volunteer work through the Children's Pediatric Heart Transplant Program. Alien Wolf says, were you a priest? No, I was never a priest. I don't think my life would coincide with priestly lifehood, although because of some of the stuff that's been uncovered, I might be better off. But no, I've never been a priest. Alien says, wishing you all the best. You seem to be an extremely lovely person. Alien, thank you. Thank you, Alien. This isn't your first time here. Right? I remember you. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Alien, we are celebrating the 25-year anniversary of my first heart transplant. And so I'm just taking you guys back to that very day, and we're diving into some of the most powerful moments of my stay. So as you can imagine, here I am in this state-of-the-art room, prepared to spend the next 6 months waiting for the heart. I also knew that that meant that I could potentially gradually get sicker and start to feel worse as the months went on, but I was trying my very best to prepare myself mentally. I will say that my dad was a big help during this time because my dad is really the comic relief of our family. And so, whenever a situation tends to get a little too tense or a little too heavy, my dad is the one to always break it up, you know? He'll be the one to come into the room clapping and say, okay, okay, enough. Enough. What is this crying? It's a happy day. Okay, come on. Dad, if you're watching, shout out to you. Shout out to both my parents who gave me life and brought me into this world and have been so supportive and have kept me alive for the last 41 years. So, the power of 5 happened. Now, a lot of you heart train passengers, especially our OGs, are aware of the fact that I was blessed by Pope John Paul II at the United Nations. He laid his hand on my forehead and blessed me. He gave me a hug. And that was October 5th, 1995. The power of 5 has been happening for me in my life ever since. And so 5 miraculous days later was when I got the phone call for my first heart transplant. For those of you that may not be familiar with organ transplant, it happens completely at random, especially when with a cadaver donor. The only organ transplants that are planned are the ones that are with living donors. And so to get that call, 5 days later, after being told to prepare to wait 6 months to a year, a miracle. That is practically unheard of in the transplant world, and I'll tell you something. My transplant doctors talk about that to this very day. They say in the last 25 years, they have maybe had a handful of people that have had that happen. Everybody else is in for the long haul. Most expensive hotel room. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you so much. Thank you. Guys, please help me to celebrate by hitting that like button, double tapping your screens, hitting the top right corner 3-dot drop down menu, and hitting that like or thumbs up button. Also, you can support through supers, rubies. That will also help to activate our YouTube bonus program. And of course, guys, you can support through becoming one more member. We need one more member. And as we continue to rally and celebrate the anniversary of my first heart transplant, please visit the support links in my bio description, the link to our short documentary, the book, and of course, it started with the heart on GoFundMe.com to support my mission to move myofibrillar myopathy. Memberships were just donated. Wait, that happened so fast. Levithia, my middle spoon. Levithia, thank you. Guys, it's a little too early in the night for me to be getting emotional, but Levithia has such a special place in my heart, and I know that she's going through so much. And the fact that she would put herself out there to support me tonight, hmm, I love you. So, 5 days, 5 miraculous days. It was just absolutely incredible. And so now what I'd like to do is share with you that moment when we received that miraculous phone call and what that was like. I will start by telling you that for me, I remember I was lost in either a game or a show. I can't remember exactly, but I was definitely playing a game or watching TV. Thank you, Levithia. Oh my, Levithia. Middle Spoon, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, honey. And welcome all of our new members to the Heart Train. The nurse came in and said, Christoph, the doctor is on the phone with you. And I knew immediately what that phone call was about. And so I will be having Mama Hart join us now. She's just bringing something over to set us up because her recollection, her memory is impeccable. That's where I really get it from. And so she will be sharing some of her details and her perspectives of that. It was in morning, Mom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
So,
Members, remember what I told you about my mom and her special gift. Members,
like,
I'm going to ask you because you guys are in charge. Do I have permission, your permission to share, or would you prefer I keep it exclusive? Can I share my mom's little hidden talent? Just that little bit. Everything else is just for us. Mom, can you come into the ring?
what side you want me to?
Whatever side you're more comfortable, I want you to be.
Well, the thing is that this big chair is going to bounce this way.
So why don't you take the little chair for a little while?
No, I'm not going to stand up. You want me to stand up?
The little chair, I'm saying.
Of course, but how do I get this chair to get in there? You know, so has to come into the
Sorry,
other
guys, we should have probably maneuvered this ahead of time.
But in the hospital, it's not that easy.
Yeah, also, I will tell you guys, when I first admitted, I was so elated because the room we had was like a suite. I was like, I don't know what I did to deserve this. It was a double room, but I was the only one in there. They kept threatening that they were going to bring someone in, but they never did. And then they moved me down here. And this room it's a matchbox. I mean, it's so small. And when they bring in the dialysis equipment, it just, there's no room to move at all. Who dat? Oh my gosh, who dat? Thank you. Thank you for helping me to celebrate. Honey, I love you. Stay strong. You are such a good man. I am so upset for your predicament. Who dat lighting up our screen magenta to celebrate the 25-year anniversary. I can't even get my words out. The 25-year anniversary of my first heart transplant. Who dat? Thank you so much. W's in the chat for who dat, guys. W's in the chat for who dat. Let go. Oh, guys, this is what I told you. This is the rally, baby. We rallying. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Levithia, you kicked it off, baby. You got us going. Huda, thank you. I love you too, Huda. Thank you. Thank you so much for being such a loyal supporter here on the Heart Trade. Oh, my mom stepped out to speak with the doctor. I think my nurse, just because it's medication time, so I think that it's time to get those meds. Bengal! Bengal, Bengal, Bengal! Continuing our celebration rally, gifting a one man, three hearts membership. Guys, we got one more member. Wow, that's amazing. Welcome, welcome to the memberships. All of our new members. Mom?
Yeah, I'm coming. Your nurse is coming to meds too.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But I can start.
Yes.
But you are.
So I think the best thing to do would be to push the stand back a little bit so that you could be in the frame. Oh my gosh.
What?
Who dat? Who dat? Says you're very strong. Man, stay strong with another magenta super. The celebration is poppin', chat. The celebration is celebrating. 25 years for my first heart transplant. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Who Dat. How do I say thank you adequately? You guys are amazing. W's in the chat once again for Who Dat. Okay, you can move it back a little bit.
He's going to give this?
Oh, guys, my nurse is here to give me my meds, so let's do that. I'm going to take my meds quickly before we have Mama Heart give her perspective on that day, and then she will be able to
You want me to give it? Want me to give it?
it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Then okay, yeah, because then I'll retain it better.
I'm just wondering if that little
Mike,
chair-
would you mind coming and saying hi to my chat real quick?
Oh, wait.
Guys, Mike is a stud, so ladies,
Yeah,
calm
please.
down,
Chat.
please.
How you guys doing?
Be cautious. Take it
He is
down.
amazing. He's a great guy. I've known him for several years now, and
Understood.
honored to have him taking care of me. Thank you, man.
Mike, where could I sit?
All right, guys, give me just a few minutes.
think I
I'm,
could-
I'm so excited. I'm sweating.
That
This is
little
crazy.
chair, the little
I'm gonna
skinny chair.
I'm gonna take my meds real quick, and you guys, please, this would be a great time to visit the support links. Sorry, 1 second. Can I just finish?
Sorry.
This would be a great time to visit the support links and also to take advantage of joining our memberships. The quick link is in the bio. Levithia said, "Oh, Mike can stay."
Oh, Mike, yeah, I know.
Who that said, "Ooh, he's so strong." Monty, no, unfortunately not home yet. All right, guys, give me just a couple minutes, okay? Drea, she sure did. She sure did.
I'm ready. Is it to push at the table? Turn around.
Ellen, that's real love. The fact that you saw Mike and you still are choosing me. Oh, Ellen.
Where do I?
Just push it back towards the comedian. Yeah, a little bit further. More, just so that you can get the because I can read the small print. My eyes are laser beam. Whoa. Okay. Or you know what? You can.
The matchbox, remember?
Zoe! Oh, I'm so happy that you came back, Zoe. Zoe, that's so awesome.
I need to over here. Hi!
I know, but they can't see me now.
I know. That's why I think I should have to go
Yeah, I think
there.
you gotta go on the other
I'm
side.
switching.
Okay, Mama Heart is switching. Wait, can you turn the stand a little more so that it...
Like this?
Yes.
Can you see you?
Yep. That's perfect. Thank you for your patience, guys. I appreciate you guys bearing with us. We're not exactly in a production studio, so this is taking some maneuvering. Not everybody's a professional like moi. Addison! Oh, Addie, I was hoping that you were going to come up and be here to celebrate with us. Oh, thank you, Addie. Oh my gosh, so good to see all of my OGs here.
This is better? Ah,
Who
better.
dat? Who dat? With the treepy? What? Who dat? What is that? Who dat? What is that down there? Is that another magenta super? Celebrating our 25-year anniversary of my first heart transplant? Zam! Monty H says, God bless, brother. Can't wait to see you home again. Have a good night. Thank you, Monty. I cannot wait to be home. Thank you so much. Sweet dreams, my friend. W's in the chat for Ooh That. The power of five, indeed, Olivia. Indeed. Zoe says, hi, Mom.
Hi.
Addison, today is Ash Wednesday, and so I celebrate because I am Catholic.
This
Producer Jennifer saying, who dat showering the chat with hot pink triple power of 5 play.
okay.
Okay, guys, so Mama Heart is going to share with you the moment that I received that transplant call on Sunday morning. Take it away, Mama.
So
Hi, Preppy.
hi everyone. Hi everyone. This is Jenny Mama Heart, as I'm affectionately being called. So that particular Sunday morning, March 5th, 2000, it was about 6:45 a.m. and Christoph was still sleeping. You know, he's a night owl. And he
Oh,
sleeps
I was
in.
sleeping. Oh, the second transplant. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I got my transplants mixed up.
No, the
Take it away.
first.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So the nurse came in and she said the doctor is on the telephone and she wants to speak with you. Her name, Dr. L. So I went to the nurse's station. Those are the days, now the nurses, you know, they carry these cell phones so they could bring the phone right to you. Has happened in his second heart transplant. So I went and I took the phone and she said, Dr. LaFontaine, we found a heart for Christoph. I was shaken. I said, how, when is it going to happen? She said, it probably will be later this afternoon. So I went back to the bedside and I gently awakened Chris. I said, Chris, they found a heart for you. And he just started to cry. I said, I have to call your dad. So I called his dad, gave him the good news. Did you say about your dad, or am I going
No,
to
no,
say
no,
it now?
no, no. So Mom now is going to tell you about this morning. We gave you a little teaser and said that Dad almost left the house in his boxers. So Mom is going to explain that a little bit. But before she gets into that, who dat? Who dat? Thank you so much. Who dat just sent another magenta super. Said one more time for Mama Heart. Oh my God.
Oh,
You are so. I have chills. Thank you. Thank you for helping me to celebrate today. Thank you to help me in my mission to move myofibrillar myopathy.
later.
This is how we truly make a difference and move forward. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, continue. Oh,
So,
producer Jennifer is saying hi. Everybody's saying hi. They
hi.
love you. Oh my God! I bet you were in complete shock, says Drea. Yes, yes. Imagine being woken up to that, like you're from a dead sleep, and then you get woken up to being told that you're about to receive your miracle gift of life, a heart transplant.
But I have to mention that Christopher awakened with such a positive, joyful, hopeful attitude.
Did I?
It's like, I'm ready, I'm ready. No fear, no
God.
fear. So his dad at home, we then had a living babysitter. She was like a grandmother to them. And basically, the dad got dressed up and was bolting to the car. And the babysitter said, "Excuse me, Monsieur Claude, you don't have your pants." He had his boxer shorts.
So my nanny was Haitian. That's how I actually learned to speak Haitian Creole, which you guys can check out my culture series videos in our playlists. But she spoke to us. She did not really speak English. She was able to, but she predominantly spoke with our family in French and Creole.
Creole.
And so she saw my dad bolting out the door with his top and everything, but no pants.
Yeah,
And that guys
boxers.
could. What are the chances? But that was, again, at that time, transplant was not common. It was not something that you heard people having done. And so for my dad to hear that his son was receiving his heart, you can imagine your mind just goes numb. You just go into shock. And that's really a true example of just how riveting the whole day was.
Okay.
Yes.
So essentially, as the dad finally put his pants and prepared to come down with the younger siblings who were at home at the time, the room started to become like, I'm not saying an invasion, but it just seemed like that. The different teams were coming, the operating room team, the anesthesia team, the nursing team, the recovery room team. They were just, they're so geared and programmed for all the different aspects of this big surgery, huge surgery. So by the time the different teams started to evaluate him, his dad arrived. It was Sunday morning, so there was no traffic, no GWB traffic.
Yeah, that's actually really, really awesome because, you can imagine if you're trying to rush your son who's having a heart transplant, and then next thing you know, you're sitting in an hour and a half of traffic. Those of you that are from the city or from the tri state area, you know how it goes. So the fact that it was Sunday morning, I really, and Mom, I think you can agree, I think that everything was kind of aligned just so perfectly
Yeah,
for me
it
to
was
receive
aligned.
that heart that day.
It was aligned. So, on a personal note, when the dad arrived, I paid a visit to the chapel and I said a special prayer for Christoph to go through this safely. Because
So
his dad,
the hospital has a chapel
yeah,
inside. It's a very beautiful chapel, and so my mom went down to the chapel when my dad arrived to go say prayer.
and when I went back to the room, now this was almost like an invasion. The staff, they were so kind, but we have no idea how many people the word started to spread like a wildfire, and there were just 5, 10 people, and by 11, because remember we got this call at about quarter to 7, by 11, because everyone wanted to get down there to see him before he went for the surgery. And again, Sunday morning, these people were not working. So it was over 50 people.
Yes.
The comment was, we've never seen anything like this. Anyone having this show of support.
Yes.
So it really pumped up Chris. He was pumped up.
Listen, so just a little bit of behind the scenes. There is, when you get the call, that does not always necessarily mean that you're guaranteed the organ. So that's the initial step. There still is a lot of testing that has to be done. The organ has to be transported carefully to the hospital. Once it's here, they then have to retest me to make sure that I'm compatible. And so that wait time, you can figure there's a lot of anxiety that's going. Your mind is racing, but fortunately, because I had so many people visiting me, I was so distracted that time flew. And how many people were allowed to come in at a time? The two?
Well,
Or was
maybe
it
2
one?
or 4, but
Yeah.
not 50 people.
No.
Okay.
Zoe lighting up our screen with yet another super to celebrate the 25-year anniversary of my first heart transplant. Lighting up our screen bright yellow says, "Love you both. Happy 25th anniversary." Zoe from Australia. Thank you
How sweet.
so much.
Thank you, Zoe.
W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
So When he was all ready and prepared to go down, and everyone said their goodbyes, good luck, they allowed the dad and me to go in the elevator, and we went all the way down.
Well, before you get into that, so when it was kind of, so I went down in my bed. They brought me down in the bed, and
Right.
as I wheeled into the waiting room, and I was able to see my siblings, my family, my extended family, my friends, to see everybody. Guys, mind you, as they were coming in and visiting me, it was all laughs. Hey, what's up, man? Da, 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 da. Laughing, everyone's making jokes. Oh, man, am I going to recognize you when you get your new heart? You know, everyone's trying to be silly. But in that moment, when it was D-Day, like, and I had to go down and get into that elevator, ooh, there was not a dry eye in that waiting room. I broke down. I was like hyperventilating in my bed. And my mom and my dad, everybody was super emotional. But as she said, they allowed just my mom and my dad to go down with me and come to the front of the operating room. As I was preparing to go down into the operating room, I told my mom I need my rosary beads because this had been the rosary bead set that I was gifted from Pope John Paul II October 5th in 1995 when I met him. He gave me a little rosary bead set in a brown pouch. It was the most beautiful. It was like made out of pearls, white pearls, gorgeous rosary beads. And I said to my mom, I have to go down with my rosary beads. I need to have them. And we were trying, and at this point now it was go time. And the nurses were saying, Chris, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta. And I could not find my rosary beads. Okay.
So we said goodbye, and I personally went upstairs back to the waiting room area, and I spent most of the afternoon praying in that chapel. And it was about 1, close to 1:30 when they took him in. And his siblings, of course, we asked the siblings to comment on what they were doing while they waited.
Yeah,
And
today, my mom
yes,
actually in our group chat.
yeah, and his younger brother said, well, he just remembers playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, they were
Who
playing.
wants to be a
Do you
millionaire?
guys, how many people remember that show? They were playing on a laptop nonetheless, and they were just doing everything that they could to pass the time because there was so much
Yes.
nervous energy in the room.
So the surgery, there's prep time in the operating room, which we don't see. There's a lot of prep time. So the actual transplant started about 3:30 to 4, and we were told it would be, like after 9, closer to 10, before he would come out.
So heart transplant again, Drea asked earlier, shout out to Drea, how long does a heart transplant last? And again, it varies from patient to patient. There are
5 to 6
circumstances that come up, but typically 5 to 6 hours. Clutch, you better stick around and find out if it's fake. I'll show you in a bit. So guys, I do have to share with you that as I was in the operating room, when I tell you, it was not the atmosphere that you assume for a heart transplant. Oh my gosh, the doctor, right away he came in and he said, who's ready to get a new heart? Like everyone was so jovial, and I feel as though they know they have to be aware that this is such a scary thing for the patient. And so I think it's part of the team's agenda to put you at ease by making it seem like, well, we're just going in there to pull a tooth. We're not. What do you mean? This is easy. They were playing music. The nurses were dancing around, and they were advising me. They told me, listen, we are going to tell you every single thing before we do it. Don't worry, nothing will happen without you knowing. So they proceeded to put on the heart monitor, get the sedation started. They started to prep me with all kinds of other monitors. And as they removed my last cover sheet, guess what I found wrapped around my heart monitor? The rosary bead set that I had been gifted by the Pope. Imagine just a few minutes earlier, I was so panicked and I was so scared and I really wanted that with me. I said, I need this with me so that it can be good. You know, I'm very superstitious like that. And there, wrapped around my heart muttered, and one of the nurses said, oh, whoa, you have your rosary beads tangled around your heart monitor. And when I explained to the operating room the significance of those rosary beads, you should have seen all of their faces. It was like they all felt as if they were doing and performing some very blessed work. And that is a miraculous God wink, as producer Jennifer always reminds us, to let me know in that moment that God was protecting me, that I was covered in His blood and protection, and that I would be just fine. And so I totally drifted off to sleep, feeling confident that everything was going to work out. Cameron! What's up, buddy? How are you guys? Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Anybody that is just joining us, we are recapping my first heart transplant 25 years ago today. And I have special guest, my mom, Mama Heart, is with us today, sharing those details that I don't remember, as well as her perspective. So now, Mom, I do want to ask you, how did you feel in some of those moments? Were you nervous? Were you scared? Were you sad? Were you hopeful?
Hopeful.
As always,
Hopeful.
hope
Never
wins.
was not nervous.
Really?
Was not sad.
Oh.
Was not nervous.
Okay, so now I don't remember waking up. I mean, coming out of surgery. I woke up, what, a couple days later? A day later? Can
Well,
you tell them a
well,
little bit
can we-
about
can we
me
go
coming
back?
out of surgery?
Yes.
Okay.
I particularly want to mention that because it was about 10 p.m. that they brought him to the intensive care unit. And of course, everyone had to go home.
Yes.
And when they wheeled him in to his intensive care room bed, there was a male nurse. Please.
I
He
remember.
was one of the finest
Oh my-
nurses on the unit. And he had the strongest
He
cologne.
did, he did, he did. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm not even, this is not a joke. I literally forgot about him until this very
Yeah,
moment. And
and
now I remember.
When I looked, they gave me a chair to sit next to Christoph. And I remember with such clarity the first words I said to that nurse. Can I touch him?
Oh,
I didn't tell you that, right?
no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't.
I said, can I touch him? Because I felt that he had been through this miraculous special surgery. And was it okay for me to even, make contact with him? And he said, you can touch him. You can touch him. And I just stayed that vigil the entire night, watching that mirror. He was so amazing. He was in charge. He was efficient. There were lines. There were tubes draining from his chest. There were these big collectors that collect the tube drainage, the blood, the pumps, the alarms. And I felt such ease knowing that he was safe with that nurse. You remember that?
He was amazing.
Yeah.
I remember he really pushed me to drink those protein drinks
Yes.
so that I could, recover and heal and get my strength back.
So those are the highlights. Now, I did find out one fact subsequent, which Christoph did not know until today. I never shared that with you. Or
No,
maybe.
no.
Okay. So we had a very close friend who was a prominent anesthesiologist. But unfortunately, she had worked overnight the Saturday, so she was off the Sunday. But because of her care and concern for Christoph, she acted behind the scenes remotely with her team. She's a very strong woman, I tell you.
Yeah.
She gives orders, she gives commands to her team, and she was constantly on the phone advising them.
And
Fill me in on every single drug that you're giving, Chris.
And I have to say, You know, there's something about somebody who's so strong in their demeanor and powerful, and yet with me, she was so gentle. She was so gentle and
Sweet woman,
caring and
really.
sweet
A
and
sweet
comforting
woman.
and always like when she would tell me that it's gonna be okay, I believed her. She would say it with such certainty, like no doubt. Like,
Yeah.
look at me, like, because, Mom, I don't know if you remember, but when I had the evaluation and I initially got the news, and it was really tough to take, she was one of the first people to come sit with me. And she told me, she said, Chris, this is going to open up so many doors for you. You don't understand. This is going to give you the wings to soar. And her demeanor, like I said, and the way that she spoke, it just instilled so much confidence in me, unlike anything else. Okay, sorry. Just had to say that about
So,
her. I love you, Ingrid. Shout out to you, Ingrid.
so what happened is that when you get a heart transplant, you're pretty much dead, and you're kept alive by a machine because your original heart is now disconnected from your body. So you have to go on what's called the heart-lung machine. Some of you may know of this to keep you alive. But for that moment, your original heart is out of your body and the machine is circulating the blood throughout the surgery. Now, this allows the doctors, of course, to connect all the veins, the arteries from the transplanted heart to your parts of the heart, the blood vessels. And at the end of the procedure, naturally, you have to take the patient off the heart-lung machine so that that transplanted heart now could take over and start to do its job. They were unable to get Christoph off the heart-lung machine. And it was Ingrid who walked them through what to do and what drugs to give. And she never told me that the day after. She took her time, and when it was appropriate, she didn't brag, she just informed me. Because she said the records now reflect whatever that medicine is, Christoph can never have it again. And he was safely, that was the conclusion. But that was a crucial because he would not have made it if you were not able to get him for the new transplanted heart to take over the function and to get him off the machine. Now I have to say one more thing, and then I'll let Christoph take over. Is it okay for me to tell them the question I asked to Dr. Lamore?
Yes, yeah.
Now remember, when you get a transplanted organ, especially the heart, you're very curious, who is this donor? And I asked the question, who is the donor? Not by name. And she told me, a 35-year-old female. And then I asked, what was the cause of death? And she told me it was ARDS. And what is ARDS? Acute respiratory failure. So in other words, she didn't die by an accident, she didn't die by cancer, but she had a lung infection that took her over and she went into respiratory failure, but her heart was fine.
So I was 16 years old with
Getting
a
a third.
35-year-old woman's heart, which is why I'm so tender and soft
I
and
love it.
sweet and loving.
And let me tell you,
So I got
members,
I got a
members,
little bit of the women in me.
no,
Well, not anymore, but.
members, wait for November 5th. Then you're going to hear about that heart transplant. We will not even give you a wink.
Ah, you see, you're getting it. You got it. You got the game.
Got it.
The YouTube business.
All right. So, if they have any more questions, they can pop back in.
Okay, yeah. Well, actually, just a couple things I have. So,
Okay.
about how long was I in the hospital for recovery? Was it about a month or so? That's what I remember. I'm not sure if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay. Christoph got his heart on March 5th. he was in the hospital for approximately 6 weeks because 1 month later, one of his closest cousins perished in a car accident along with three of her friends. They were in Middlebury College, and it was April 5th. And I chose not to tell Christoph that she had passed until he came home.
Yeah.
So he was there for like 6 weeks. And
So
then
God bless my
discharged.
angel donor. And also
Can I?
God bless Tiffany.
God bless Tiffany. And she was in a hospital. She was the only one who was alive at the scene when the accident occurred.
Yep.
And they were crossing from Canada. They had went to a karaoke bar,
To
and they
celebrate her
to
birthday.
celebrate her birthday, and they were going back to New York when the driver fell asleep at the wheel. And she was the only one alive. And she had an extremely rare blood type, AB negative. And her mother had to travel to Canada. And when she told me, my cousin, I begged her, please, for Christoph, give Tiffany's heart. And a man who was 40 years old, waiting for over a year at home, received that beautiful gift, AB negative from Tiffany, because of Christoph. And she said she would donate that, her daughter's heart. She was not big into donating,
Yeah, she was not at all.
She was saying no, and she said, for Christoph, I'm going to give Tiffany's heart.
Yeah. 6 weeks later, guys. It's okay?
Well, Tiffany died 4 weeks. No, four
Well,
weeks.
4 weeks. Four,
Four
weeks
weeks
later.
later,
Sorry.
after your heart.
Yeah. So a month later, and I
Yeah.
went home 6 weeks later. And now, again,
You
one
have
more thing
another
just
question?
before you go. Can you talk a little bit about the transplant meds and how that started? Because I don't remember the initial. Was it
For the
initially?
anti-rejection,
Yeah, it was cycloprednisone.
well, the first one that they're big on is
Yeah.
the steroids. You know, heavy duty steroids.
Oh, sorry. Don't say brand names. Sorry.
Oh,
That was my
no,
bad. Yeah.
no
No, that
steroid.
I did that. I'm saying. I
Oh,
know.
yes, steroid is just a general
Yeah.
category. I didn't
Sorry.
say what type of steroid. And then the anti-rejection medications, which come in the form of pills, they are like a spectrum, and they choose depending on the patient. So they design a cocktail which is individualized
Yeah,
for that
everybody's different.
patient.
And they actually encouraged us to refrain from discussing our medication regime with other patients because it would just create this like, well, why is he taking that and
Yeah.
I'm not? Especially because the side effects are so harsh and all of us want to get off the medicine so quickly that it becomes like this competition of who's on what. So that was one thing I do remember they were very big on us not sharing that information.
And the other thing that you will not forget is the weekly biopsies.
Yes, yes, yes.
When the heart is so fresh,
They were actually twice weekly in the beginning,
yeah,
Mondays and Fridays.
they would have to take a pinch of the tissue to test it to guarantee that the heart was not being rejected.
Yes. And that is primarily for the initial 5 months. And they had told us like the first 5 to 6 months post transplant is the most difficult, but also the most critical in terms of protecting the heart and making sure that my body adapts. So I would go in twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. I also had to wear a mask. That's why the whole mask thing during the pandemic didn't really bother me because I was wearing masks ever since 25 years ago. I did remember, this is a kind of funny fact, is that I didn't want to wear the mask because at that time in the media, Michael Jackson was known for wearing his mask around. And so I'm like, I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want to be a weirdo wearing a mask around. And, but it was for my protection because part of the protection of the heart is lowering my immune system so that it doesn't attack the heart. You guys may not know, but our bodies are well aware of what's ours and what's foreign. And so immediately when I got this heart, my body's like, who are you? Where'd you come from? We got guys, attack! and your white blood cells run to try to attack the new organ. And so those anti-rejection meds help to suppress your immune system enough so that you are not attacking the heart, but it also therefore leaves you very susceptible to other illnesses and viruses, infections. That's why for me, I can't be around sick people. A small cold for me can turn into full-blown pneumonia or bronchitis within a couple of hours. And so that is a very, very important aspect. And they stress, guys, all my transplant warriors, transplant patients, medication is pivotal.
Compliance.
Compliance is so necessary. You have to listen to your medical team. Thank you, Mom.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. I'll have you come back if
Good
anybody has
night.
any.
I'm available.
Thank you,
God bless
Mom.
Christoph.
Thank
And
you.
God bless all of you. God bless producer Jennifer for your amazing belief and support in Christoph through everything. As we say in Jamaica, through thick and thin.
Yes, yes,
Love you.
yes. Producer Jennifer, that's right, producer Jennifer and I have only met twice despite working together for the last 4 years. We've only met in person twice. Zorask, welcome back. Zorask, you are definitely gonna watch this want to watch this replay. It's a doozy. Yes, only twice. But both times were really, really magical. Producer Jennifer is one of those people that it not only is she great to work with, but she's just also such a awesome personality to be around. She lights up the room, and also being that she has history, as a caretaker herself, and in that field and taking care of disabled veterans and things like. She had a natural way of looking out for me, and I felt so safe in her presence. Everything from her choosing the location of where we met, making sure that everything was accommodating to me, the size of the table, that the location to the entrance, the parking. I mean, she had it all down, and I'm like, wow, this is really so seamless to be around her, and that's what kind of solidified that this was a path that was cemented in stone and cemented in time. Sometimes our bestest friends are people that we never get to meet. Well, producer Jennifer and I are not really friends. We work together, but I get the sentiment. I see what you're saying. Alan says I work with a few of those people. They are amazing and make the shift go faster. Yeah, right? It's great to have a solid team. And that's really what allows you to grow. That's what allows you to move forward. That allows you to be successful and also to push you to new heights. Zorask, it's going okay. Definitely better now than this time last week, so I'm really grateful for that. It looks like, I will probably be discharged early next week, so I'll be here through the weekend. But don't worry, guys, we're going to be chilling every day, maybe even twice a day. Who knows? Producer Jennifer says, big fan of Do For Those. When you are able, spent a wonderful life with my mama, caring for disabled veterans. Levithia says, what a touching evening. Oh, Levithia, I'm so happy that you could be here with us. Yes, that's true. Producer Jennifer says, we're extremely close. Friendship is only natural. We're on a mission for victorious broadcasts, and that takes a passion for 24/7 work. Christina, yes it is. Christina, hi. I was trying to say hi to you, but I didn't want to interrupt my mama. Happy Ash Wednesday. Yes, today's Ash Wednesday, the beginning of Lent. So I just want to tell you guys that I was calm in the comfort of my home. I had really I don't want to say a difficult time with recovery. It just was very frustrating and at times annoying, especially when I was on the steroids. My cheeks were very, very puffy. My stomach was distended. I was very crabby and moody. That caused a lot of mood shifts. And also, another thing is that I ended up developing diabetes as a side effect of these steroids. That's called steroid induced diabetes. And even though it was temporary, it was still so miserable because I had to completely revamp my diet. I was also on insulin that I had to inject with myself after checking my blood 3 times a day. And so it was a very difficult period of adjustment. But once I was able to get through that, I started working with a personal trainer who was really amazing. Shout out to Kenny. Kenny. We got so many Kennys around us, right, producer Jennifer? Kenny was the one who also himself had a heart transplant, and he worked with me to help me to build up my strength. I had a treadmill at home, so he would help me go on the treadmill. He would also bring weights over to my house and help me to do strength training exercises, and so that really helped me to speed up the healing process. Yes, the stream is big green tonight. Producer Jennifer says my last veteran was also Kenny. Wow. Ghost Unspeakable. Hello, what's up? Damian Cole is here with us. What's up, bud? How are you? All the members coming in. Guys, I'm telling you, anybody that missed the previous portion of tonight's live, you are definitely going to want to go back and watch the replay and relive March 5th, 2000, my first heart transplant 25 years ago. And listen to the special testimonial from my mama heart, who shared her perspective and the details that I just don't quite remember. Guys, thank you so much for showing so much love tonight as we celebrate. What a party. We have 42 likes. 42 likes. Keep hitting that like button by double tapping your screens. Hitting the top right corner 3-dot drop down menu. Also, guys, thank you for your generous shoots. Your generous supers. Shout out to Who Dat, our MVP of the night. We just need some rubies to activate that YouTube bonus. And we got so many more members. It's 11 p.m. I gotta be conscious of the other patients. They're probably asleep. They're like, what is this? This is a hospital, man. Like, this is a hospital, okay? Someone needs to remind him. He's not in his office. Although, if you look around, people would kind of be confused. They're like, is this a hybrid office hospital room? We see laptop, iPad, goose bag, phones, stands, chargers. Producer Jennifer, I don't, my doctor said he was going to tune in tonight, so I hope he is. Do we have anybody from the hospital here in the chat? Make yourself known. Don't be shy. Say, hey, Chris, say hi to producer Jennifer, myself, and the Heart Trade. You have a reason to celebrate. Amen. Ghost Unspeakable, thank you. Damien said I was about to go to sleep. I missed the last two. YouTube doesn't tell me when you're on. Damien, listen, we were going to get on that because that has been an issue for many of you. I'm so upset about that. Money moves. Oh my gosh. Money moves. Good to see you, honey. Oh, Money Moves. I hope you go back and watch the replay. You're going to love it, Money Moves. Scary Mary. Shouting out. Scary Mary. Where art thou? Tish, happy Ash Wednesday. Happy Ash Wednesday, Tish. So, guys, I received my heart March 5th, 2000. I was 16 and I was turning 17 that summer. So as I was still in recovery, I took my driver's license and passed. And your boy was on the road with a brand new heart, ready to take on the world. And that's exactly what producer Jennifer and I are doing. Money moves. You are right on time, boo. Don't you ever. You are right on time. Gotta love you, honey. But I definitely want you to check it out. I think you'll really appreciate it. The heart rate showed out tonight. Lavithia, they sure did. They sure did. And don't forget, guys, to please still visit that GoFundMe. Light it up. It started with the heart on GoFundMe.com, as well as all of our support links, 5 Heart merch. And for those of you that still have not seen the short documentary, 23 minutes of powerful, award-winning inspiration. It started with the heart on Vimeo.com. The quick link is in our bio. Now available for a very special rental and purchase price. $3.33 for the rental, and $5.55 for the purchase. Mwah. Do you guys have any questions for me? If you have any questions, we are now at 45 likes. Can we possibly get to 55 likes before the end of tonight's live? Damien, I'm definitely feeling better today. Damien, if you would like to check out yesterday's members only exclusive live, I discussed the details of what happened as to why the doctors were able to turn things around so quickly for me. I will also be having a procedure tomorrow and having a members only to discuss that as well. So I'll be sharing tomorrow's update with our members and our members only. Members only live exclusive tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, so stay tuned. Check the channel throughout the day. I would really appreciate it. Goth, 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 goth. Final goth form is in the chat. What's up, buddy? Drea, thank you. Thank you so much. It's going to be positive. They told me that they should be able to do it at the bedside, so I won't have to go anywhere. I will have to go for a CAT scan. So I'm scheduled for a CAT scan. At some point, again, they have to squeeze me in, and then following the CAT scan is when they will do this procedure. And I will be telling you guys all about it tomorrow in a members only exclusive. But producer Jennifer is right. We pop up all throughout this admission, so you guys gotta be on your P's and Q's. Final goth form. I was scared to ask, honestly. Katie is doing better. Oh, we are so happy to hear that. Heart Train fam. Katie is final goth form's beloved pup. And they had to go to the vet's office today, and thankfully Katie is doing just fine. Yay at the bedside services. Ah, so great. We love that. And it also lets me know that it's not as intense, you know? Typically, if things are very serious, it's not going to be done at the bedside. But I do know that it's going to be very beneficial. Like, when the doctor said it to my mom and I both looked at each other like, yeah, this is the way to go. This is what's going to have me really go and spring into life. Literally, spring into life. Got it? Because spring is around the corner. Sorry, dad joke. I've never been happier about a dog taking a poop. Oh my gosh. Final God, did she have a blockage? HK Light! Thank you so much. Lavithia. Lavithia. Not only did Lavithia pop off with the members tonight, but Lavithia has officially activated our YouTube bonus with 340 rubies. Drea just lit up our screen bright yellow with the super for Katie. That is probably the sweetest thing I've ever seen. Drea, you are a human that everybody should have in their life. Levithia sending the floating heart. Guys, W's in the chat. W's in the chat for our gifters, Drea and Levithia, our OG housewives. Real housewives of one man, three hearts. Our OG real housewives of one man, three hearts. HK Light, I'm so glad you're here. Bama is here. Oh, Bama, it's great to see you. Money Move says Heart Train, Family Activate, and Unite for brighter days, and answers for Christoph. Yes, guys, I really appreciate all the love, especially as I celebrate the 25-year anniversary of my heart transplant. This is a big one. Not only is it an anniversary, not only is it an anniversary, but it's a Power of Five anniversary. The 25th anniversary of my first heart transplant. And so to still be here, to still have life, to have lived and survived and overcome so many beautiful life experiences over the last 25 years, and to be able to share them with you, our Heart Train family, it means so very much to me. You see, this day could have very easily been a sad day. It could have been a day where I felt bad for myself and depressed because I'm here, I'm cooped up in the hospital. And who wants to celebrate their 25th anniversary in the hospital? I should be having some big, extravagant, lavish party somewhere and drinking and taking shots. But you see, it's all about perspective. It's all about your mind. It's all about your outlook and the way that you view things. And you, the Heart Train family, has allowed me to view today as one of the most beautiful celebrations of my life. I never knew that I would be able to, from a hospital bedroom, be able to celebrate with people from all over the world. Absolutely and truly incredible. I don't think there are many people that can say the same. And so you should all applaud yourselves. Be proud of yourselves because producer Jennifer says what? Together we are stronger and together we are victorious. Christina says so glad to be part of your Heart Train. The Heart Train, yes. Yes. Vital Gothorb said, I have a question. Why is the Heart Train blue? Who said it's blue? The Heart Train isn't blue. Blue hearts is something that I have always used because blue has been a very symbolic color for my family and I. We wear blue whenever there's something serious going on. Anytime I have surgery or procedure, my family wears blue. At my sister's, when my sister was giving birth, we all showed up to the hospital wearing blue. And so that's the symbol of the blue heart. But the Heart Train is not blue. Stay tuned to see what the Heart Train does look like in our upcoming merch design. Ooh. Producer Jennifer is up to something. Just you wait and see, guys. Just you wait and see what producer Jennifer has in store for you. Working hard behind the scenes at fiveheartsmerch.com. But guys, in the meantime, scoop up what we got right now because those items are hot. Feeling hot, mama. I don't have many friends left in my town, so I'm happy to see you all and have you all here. Thank you. It's a unique experience. You make all of us better. You should feel incredibly proud. HK Light, thank you. Producer Jennifer and I are jointly proud. We have created this together, and so we share in that pride together as well. Ghost Unspeakable, the food is terrible. Honestly, when I watch my mom open these trays and try to force those... No. Sorry, I'm looking forward to being discharged on Monday. I don't want to have a stomach virus, too. Okay, so no, I'm good on all that. There are plenty of places around here and affordable also. Like, it's really like a great area because, they don't, like, things are not really overpriced in this area, and I'm really grateful for that. And also, my mom and I were able to share, and the portions are astronomical. Like, my mom literally opened tonight's dinner. It was like, okay, so we have food for the next 3 days, which is great. But sometimes the hospital can be a little weird about the microwave. Like, the first night we were here, we went to go heat something up, and they said, you can't heat up food from the outside. I'm like, I'm sorry, so what kind of food do you heat up in the microwave? Inside food? Where does that come from? Can I find out where the inside food is? Because I mean, technically, every food you put into the microwave is coming from the outside, so I don't know. But then luckily we found a nice Jamaican woman who was like, oh, please don't listen to them. Go warm your food up. Lost my fiance almost 3 years ago, and I found your channel about a month later. I think he was pushing me to forwards towards you. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Angela, by the way, hi. I saw you before, Angela. Oh, that's so sweet. Listen, if you would like to memorialize your partner, no pressure. But we do have a membership for just 99 cents, which is our Eternal Hearts car, where you can honor and memorialize your loved one, and we will all join in with you. You just give us the information. You can either leave it in a comment or email me at oneman3hearts@gmail.com. That's the number one man, the number 3hearts at gmail.com. You can also check our community post section to see what I mean by that. We just commemorated producer Jennifer's sister who recently passed, and so our Eternal Hearts Car membership is our membership where our passengers can make their loved ones an honorary Heart Train Angel passenger. Alright, guys, so please, if you would like to, again, only if you're comfortable, take advantage of that special membership. Yes, producer general. I mean, I swear, we're like telepathic. We got ESPN. Producer Jennifer says, Christina, please share your story in the Eternal Hearts car. If you're comfortable, we would love to hear a Godwin Guidance story there too. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm sure your husband was a beautiful man. And I know that he's with you still in spirit and that you carry him with you every day. Yes. Christina, you as a member already. That's what I mean. That you could just, if you want to, just give me the information and I'll be happy to post it for you. Oh, producer Jennifer says, Big sis, that was me in church with you today. Hugs. Oh, virtual hugs. Christina, you've landed in the most heart-warming place on YouTube. We love and accept everyone. Prayers. Yes, yes, exactly. There's no judgment here, and we love you so very, very much. Guys, we are just 4 likes away from 55 likes. 4 likes away. Please double tap your screens. Hit that top right corner 3-dot drop down menu. And drop those likes. 52 likes. Thank you, producer Jennifer. Christina says, thanks all. He was just as heartwarming and amazing as you, Chris. You remind me of him a lot. Oh my gosh. I'm so honored. So, Christina, when are we getting married? When are you going to put a ring on it? It's okay, Christina. Guess what? You're already my OG real housewife of One Man, Three Hearts. So technically, we're already married here on YouTube. Christina, okay. Listen, I was like, This has to be consensual. Please don't let me force you into a marriage. Will you marry me? Ellen, Ellen, I love you. Ellen said, Chris, I'm still here. Ellen is the best. Ellen, you know you're the number one. Come on. Not my sister wives. Guys, thank you so much for helping us to activate our YouTube bonus as part of today's celebration. We got supers, we got rubies, we got likes, we got comments, we got members. We checked off all the boxes, and that is because of you, our loyal heart train passenger family. Christina said I was just gonna say that. Sister wives. My OG Wheel Housewives of One Man, Three Hearts. And don't forget to get your merch to make it really official at fiveheartsmerch.com. Ellen, I know, and I love that you do. I love that you're protective of me. Because I want to be like, come on, claim me. If you really love me, then you better put your foot down and say, hey, he's mine. That's what I want. I want people to be protective of me and be like, that's my man. Christoph is mine. Producer Jennifer is reminding Christina with a cautious warning that the Wheel Housewives come out swinging with big, playful sister wallops. Guys, we are so close. Double tap your screens. Let's just get to 55 likes before we wrap up tonight, okay? There are 17 of us in the chat. I know we can do it. Hit that like button, double tap your screens. Hit the top right corner, 3-dot drop down menu. Shout out to all of our members here in the chat tonight. As producer Jennifer said before, it's so beautiful to see all the waves of green digital swagger. Slumber Party. Money Moves has just renewed her membership for an additional 6 months. Say, join the Heart Train family. It's beautiful here. W's in chat for Money Moves for becoming one more member. For a rejoined member for 6 more months. Nothing tickles my transplanted heart more than those of you who continue to remain loyal and rejoin as members. Thank you all so, so much. Money Moves. The one who truly makes the money move. Callie Kush is now in the boxcar membership. Guys, it's a boxcar member rally. Let's go. W's in the chat for Money Moves. W's in the chat for Callie Kush. You're welcome. You're welcome, Callie. And remember, guys, as boxcar members, you have access to both Eternal Hearts Car and the boxcar as well. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. We had the ghost who doesn't speak earlier. Yep, Ghost Unspeakable is here. I believe Ghost is still here, no? Callie Kush is smoking. I see what you did there, Money Moves. I see that and I love it. Let's go! Guys, 51 likes still. 51 likes. Can we go up just a tad? Can we go up just a bit? Double tap your screens and hit the top right corner 3-dot drop down menu. Hit that like button. We're so close to 55 likes. I just really want the 55 for the 5th. Because we have 350 rubies. That'll be my 3 5s. Callie, thank you. Thank you, Callie. I'm already feeling so much better. Looks like I'm going to be here throughout the weekend. But hopefully, God willing, early discharge, early next week. Told you. I just had a feeling Ghost was still in the room. He's a spirit, so I felt him. What? Oh. Oh, I forgot to say that name. Yeah. Yeah. You don't have YouTube, do you? You do? Oh, go on YouTube and type in One Man, Three Hearts. Producer Jennifer says, biggest power of 5. Since we started, great kindness, family of One Man, Three Hearts, and the Heart Train. It really is. This is remarkable. I'm sweating. Literally after this, I'm going to have to get a sponge bath, change my gown, put on some deodorant because you guys put me through it. I didn't even move a muscle. Not that I can, but I feel like I just did a full, Greg Brown relay race. Marathon race, sorry, marathon. Speaking of, we have more of Greg Brown coming up. Stay tuned for that exciting news. You never know when he might pop up again and show some love here on the Heart Train. Shout out Greg Brown who ran for us in the New York City Marathon. So amazing. Callie Kush says, nothing but the best. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, my friend. Christina says, sending huge healing prayers. Thank you so much. Thank you. 55. Double tap, guys, so we can get just a couple more likes to hit that 55. Do you guys have any more questions for me? 52 likes. There we go. One step closer. 3 more likes. Just 3 more likes. Double tap your screens or at the top right corner 3-dot drop down menu. Any questions for your boy? I'll be happy to answer. Destiny, how are you? Destiny, what's on your forehead? Destiny, this is an Ash for Ash Wednesday. Being that I'm Catholic, I celebrate the Lenten season. And so this kicks off the Lenten season. I relaunched with producer Jennifer, working together June 2023. And since then, I have grown from under 50 subscribers to 46,000, over 46,000, and over 20,700,000 views. That's what you get when you work with an award-winning, talented producer. So we are going on our 4th year of working together. There is an amazing interview done with my film Ladybug Ann that you could go check out to learn of how producer Jennifer and I got connected, how we started working together, and how the journey unfolded. That's a great interview. Go Greg Go is training for the 50-mile marathon on May 3rd, and we are hoping to bring the race live 50 miles from May 5th. Power of 5. Our job is to rally him to the finish. 50 miles strong. Amen, baby. Oh, 55. There, we did it. Did we? I see 54. But I'm always one behind. Halloween. My favorite holiday. How are you? 55. Now I see it. Halloween, what's going on? Producer Jennifer said behind the scenes, all going well on May 3rd, and Christoph will be live at the race. Yeah, baby, I can't wait. I hope we are together. I went to every phone in my house and I liked your video. Ah, that was you, Christina. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, producer Jennifer. I'm not going without you. Good Halloween, Halloween. Listen, you're my favorite holiday. You gotta subscribe. I would be so sad if Halloween came into my life and did not subscribe to my channel. Halloween, you're my favorite. Literally, out of all of the days of the year, you're my favorite. Please, Halloween. Ain't that some? Well, guys, this was something. Like I said, it's nearly 11:30. I don't want to keep all the other patients up. I know that it's been a journey for many people in here today. So we are going to wind down. I want to thank you all so much for being so receptive to my journey, for celebrating with me today the 25-year anniversary of my first heart transplant. This was a really special one, but you guys truly were the icing on the cake, and you made it that much more special. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. Shout out to producer Jennifer Cascardo, the co-conductor of the Heart Train, whom I could not do this without, creator of the Heart Train, co-content creator, marketing strategist, the genius behind One Man Three Hearts, and our live stream moderator that holds it down here in all of our chats. Guys, I want you to drop tiger emojis and W's in the chat for producer Jennifer Cascardo. A big shout out to our MVP of the night, Who Dat? Who Dat? Shout out to you. Thank you guys for all. It's also being so respectful to Mama Heart and showing her some love. For those of you that happen to miss the beginning portion of tonight's live, I would highly suggest that you go back and watch the replay. And you definitely want to activate the live chat replay for this one. You're not going to want to miss up on that because the comments are outstanding. And I myself, because there was just a lot going on, I'll be going back and rewatching just so that I can enjoy and reread so many of your kind and sweet words. I'm sure that there was a bunch that I missed. Halloween! Thank you, friend. Thank you. I'm so happy. Roars for Tiger Roars for all support. Heart roar for victory. Thank you. Halloween, thank you. I'm honored. I'm truly honored. All right, guys, have a great night. Don't forget, the rally does not stop here. We're going to be rallying all week long. I'll be popping up here and there, but we'll be going live for sure every single day during my admission until I go home. And then when I get home, I'm going to go live with you again. All right, so guys, we still have a ways to go to move myofibrillar myopathy forward. Let's get it, baby. Thank you all so much for making me feel so loved and special. I love you from the bottom of my heart train hearts. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Sweet dreams. And God bless every single one of you. Mom, can you hit the X, please? Goodbye, Drea. Goodbye, Damien. Goodbye, Ellen. Goodbye, Ghost. Goodbye, Christina. Goodbye, Money Moves. Goodbye, Zoe. Have a great day, Zoe. Goodbye, Drea. Goodbye, Ellen. Goodbye, Jennifer. Producer Jennifer. Goodbye, everybody. I love you so much. Bye. Bye, bye. Bye, Halloween. Halloween. I hope to see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye, Christina. Bye, John Boy. Bye, Mama T. Bye, Angela. X at the top. And in the middle. Bye.